can see, today is casual day here on Unprecedented Times, and I thought I'd start off a little more personally than I usually do. Because, you know, I'm kind of an ideas guy. I like thinking about things, but sometimes I think we can get a little more close. So I actually want to tell you about the worst day of my life. Now, a little bit of backstory. I hate being messy. I hate mud, I hate dirt, I hate sand. It's rough and it's coarse and it's irritating and it gets everywhere. And most of all, I hate arts and crafts. So once when I was 7 and I was at a homeschool co-op Thanksgiving party, yes, I was that cool, we were doing arts and crafts. And the craft was an adult volunteer would take my little 7-year-old hand and dip it into orange-brown sludgy paint and then put it on a piece of construction paper. And then on top of that, we'd have to draw a little picture of a turkey. You know, it's like one of those like, oh, it's a hand turkey. You're going to make it to your parents. It's going to be fun. Anyway, I hated it. And so I'm standing in line waiting like a French aristocrat waiting for the guillotine. You know, one by one they go up, and then finally I stand, and the woman grabs my hand, the adult volunteer, bless her. I don't mean to judge her, but I looked at her and I said, I hate paint. And she said, no, you love it. And then dipped my hand into the paint. She lifted it and put it on the construction paper. A part of me died that day. It's one thing for people to control your body, but it's a complete other thing for people to control your mind, your thoughts. I don't really believe libertarianism is a sustainable political philosophy, but if I did, that would be the reason I was a libertarian, is that moment right there. But although a piece of me died that day, another part of me started to live. And that was the part of me that screams from the bottom of my soul, don't tell me what to do. And I think a lot of us have this sort of don't tell me what to do mindset. You can look all over the world and see it. But it's like the 6-syllable equivalent of a toddler's favorite principle, the no principle, right? I'm not a parent. I've actually never been a parent. But I can imagine that it must be really weird to walk around to your kids all the time and be like, no, don't touch that. No, don't mess that up, right? And then one day you're like, hey, clean up your toys. And they just look up at you and they're like, no. And you're like, It's like giving a toddler the word no is like giving Kim Jong-un an ICBM. Everything becomes a target for their insubordination. And it lasts all the way up through your life, right? You see people like public figures like Elon Musk. He has this, right? People are like, oh, you can't build a truck. And he's like, boom, Cybertruck. Don't tell me what to do. And you're like, okay, whatever, right? Or you have that friend who can never hold down a job and they're just like, I just don't want to be tied down. I want to travel the world and go find myself. And first of all, okay, if anybody ever tells you, I want to go travel the world to find myself, you need to metaphorically slap them in the face. Here's the problem. Number one, why do you think that you'd find your true self in like Hawaii of all places? And second of all, even if you went there, where are you going to look? Like, do you have to find the right beach at the right moment at sunset? You're like, oh yes, I am most authentically who I am. What I think people mean by what is your true self is when you're like, unconformed to other people's expectations about you. It's like, what is you at your most real and authentic, whatever that means. For example, I found my true self last year on a trip on the Staten Island ferry. I was coming back from work, it was pouring down rain, and I sat down, I was exhausted, nobody else was around, so I pulled a box of Triscuits out of my backpack and ate the entire thing on the ride from Staten Island to Manhattan. Apparently, my true self is a depressed grandpa. But here's my real problem with this whole true self idea, is that it reinforces that idea of don't tell me what to do, right? So, for example, you'll hear people say stuff like, I'm an Enneagram type 8, which means, you know, like, you can't restrain my megalomaniacal tendencies. I will steamroll over your feelings all that I want to. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that your individualistic power fantasy was the sunum bonum. Sorry about that. You know, there's this old story about, like, nudity. I can't remember all. It's like nudity, a snake, a tree, and defying the authority of God. That has something to say about this, but we don't have to bring that up right now because, look, I would probably close with some advice for like how you'll probably never learn and grow unless you're willing to be humble, or, you know, like you can't actually learn anything from classes at King's without submitting yourself to the authority of professors, or about how like the most important decision you'll ever make is obeying God. I would say all of that, but the truth is, if you're anything like me, you'd probably just look at your little screen there and say those beautiful little 6 words. Don't tell me what to do.
why are you wearing a blazer? It's casual day. Come on.
What are you talking about, casual day?
Did you not get the memo? We're in hoodies and flannel pants. It's chill. We're chillaxing.
That's not even casual. That's literally pajamas.
We don't even have a guest today, so we're just hanging out, right?
You're wrong.
What?
We do have a guest today.
Who?
Colin Phillips, your roommate. Hey, Colin.
Hello, Catherine. Hello,
Welcome
Catherine.
to the show, Colin. It's a surprise. You know, since he's your roommate, I thought you'd be fine with it. And student body president and all that.
Yeah.
Great. Hey.
Yeah.
Nice to see you too.
Wow, that's awkward. Okay, moving on. Colin, how's your day been?
It's been a good day. It's been a good Saturday. I had pancakes, went and saw some friends, and now I'm here.
Amazing. A full schedule.
Yes.
Well, how about you tell the freshmen a little bit about your background and how you got to Kings?
All right, so I'm from Maine. That's my home state. Grew up there my whole life. Met one family friend who actually went to Kings. I think she had just graduated when I was like 14 or something. And from there, looked at the college, loved it, and that's how I got here. This is my plan. I loved the college, and that was it for me.
I'm sorry to interject, but we need to stop asking these softball questions. This is the leader of our college. Colin, what gives you the right to think you can control the entire student body?
I don't think that's a question you can ask. Is that on?
I think that as someone who's been here for 3 years, you can agree with me that you cannot control the student body. It is a beast of its own.
Okay, anyways, back
thank you.
to what we were talking about before. So about the school, what major are you? What classes do you recommend the freshmen take?
Okay, so I'm a PPE major.
Right.
If we're talking electives, I would recommend everyone takes Brand's electives, either Roman Republic or
Roman
Reformation.
Republic or...
Do you have something to say?
What other vital traditions do you intend to eliminate amongst all the sweeping changes you're making this year?
As two members of this committee, I think the interregnum committee could go.
You can't cut the interregnum committee.
Did you just say interregnum?
What have you done so far?
We've been planning for interregnum.
Yeah, we've been working all summer.
Planning. I have not seen an interregnum happen yet, so.
Micah, what are you going
I'm sorry. Continue.
But you can just eliminate interregnum, right?
I don't know.
Okay, anyways, what are you most excited to work on this year?
Colin, is there a process for impeaching the SBP?
Yes. I'll let you figure it out.
Look.
Does he have a problem with me, Catherine?
Look.
I mean, he's your
Colin,
roommate. You control
you've let
him.
your dishes pile up in the sink day after day after day after day, and I
isn't
get you
even
got
an
this whole
interview anymore.
I'm the student body president, but that does not excuse your actions in our life situation.
This is an
Okay,
honor
Micah,
confrontation.
okay, don't worry, I got this, Colin. I got this, Colin. Don't worry.
I'm done putting up with this.
Micah, look. I understand. We don't like that he wants to get rid of interregnum.
Do you want to fight?
He can't.
You know what?
No.
Let's settle this man to man. Settle it like men.
You know, we could just
16th
talk it
century
through.
style men.
12 seconds later.
On guard, sir. Fight well, sir. Yeah! Okay, in all seriousness, Colin and I are actually pretty good friends and halfway decent roommates who halfway decently respect one another most of the time. So it's, we just wanted to have a sword fight on the show. We thought it'd be fun. But we can go back to the actual interview now.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay, just a final question. If Colin could go back in time and see his freshman year self, what advice would you give to yourself?
I'm going to throw this question back to you guys afterwards too, just since we're all now 3 years. We've been here a while. What I would say to myself, 3 things. I told 2 of them, one in convocation, one in NSO. Invest in good relationships, really like with your friends, teachers, just good relationships, and don't take yourself too seriously and realize you're not that important. The third one that goes alongside those is build good habits early. But, Catherine.
Yeah, that's great. I would say I would take some advice from Hamilton and just say that there is a time to talk less and smile more, because good listening is the key to learning. So if you can learn when to speak and when to be silent, you'll get really far in life. Micah.
I think so. I tend to view myself as like this impervious, powerful force in the world, and I'm not. But it took me a while to realize that. And so freshman year, I came in like guns blazing, and I just kind of went through the year on adrenaline. And the thing is that prevented me from seeing a lot of the things I was actually having to deal with under the surface, like missing home and being kind of lonely and just being like, oh, I have to be an adult now. And I didn't really deal with those things until after freshman year, when I went back home and sorted through and realized like, oh, it's okay to have emotions. It's okay to be vulnerable with the people around you. And then to come back to Kings and realize like, oh, I can actually be at home here, but only after I had worked through all the other stuff that came before. So I think I would just say like, hey, it's okay to feel not great all of the time.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Yeah. I think the student body is kind of benefiting from this slow jump back into school. So we'll see where it goes. Any final words for the people, Colin?
No, other than I can't wait to see everyone when we're all out of quarantine.
Yeah, great.
Hey guys, today we're walking the streets of the Fidei to find out if people know answers to the questions that you hopefully know. Let's go. All right, we just want to find out if you've ever heard of the King's College before. No? No? That's good. That's it. Thank you so much. Have a great day. We're just trying to find out if you guys know what the acronym PPE stands for.
PPE?
Yes, PPE.
That's not. It's protective. I don't know. What else? I hear it all the time.
PPE.
Man,
Any guesses?
I really don't know.
No? Oh, well, it's personal protective equipment?
Equipment.
Yeah? All right. Well, thank you so much.
Sure.
Have a great day. Or politics, philosophy, and economics, but I didn't think that's what they were thinking of. We're trying to find out if you can define the word interregnum. Interregnum.
Interregnum.
Interregnum, yes.
I've never heard of that word
No?
before in my
Any
life.
guesses?
Can you spell it for me?
That's a good question. Oh,
Because that would help me.
Interregnum.
Interregnum.
Interregnum. No?
Interregnum. Oh man.
Best guess.
Is
Anything.
I'm just gonna guess that it has something to do with internal workings of creating regulations.
Yeah, that's a good guess. That's better than what I don't even know what the term means.
Oh, okay.
So we're asking, we're trying to find out. So we're gonna look it up later. All right. Well, thank you for participating.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
Have a great day.
You too.
I'm trying to find out if you've ever heard of the King's College before.
No.
King's College? No. Alexander Hamilton
Right.
got a scholarship to King's College.
From friends, so I cannot say.
No?
No.
Okay. Well, thanks, guys. Have a great day. We're trying to find out if you've ever heard of the King's College before.
No, I haven't.
The King's College, not even like Alexander Hamilton went to the King's College.
Oh, I've heard of Alexander Hamilton. I just watched that actually.
Nice. All right, thank you so much. Thanks for participating.
Yeah, no problem.
Have a great day. Yeah, I'm just trying to find out if you've ever heard of the King's College before.
I haven't heard of the King's
College, not even like Hamilton, like got a scholarship to King's College.
No, I haven't.
No? Okay, it's fine. Well, thank you so much.
I don't think it's that important.
Is there anything you'd like to say to the people?
There's Pace Universities right here. I think it's way better than King's College.
Thanks, man. Have a great day. Have you ever heard of the King's College?
King's College, yes.
King's College. Yes? Do you know where it is?
It was around here someplace
Yeah.
back in the day. It's now Columbia.
Columbia University, exactly. Do you know any famous alumni?
From King's College?
Yeah.
Alexander Hamilton?
Yeah. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Yeah, just one question. Have you ever heard of the King's College?
I have, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you know where it is?
I don't. I just have friends that went there.
Really?
Yes.
Well, like friends in here?
Yeah.
Because it's right there.
Oh, it is? Like, no, they're graduated, though.
Oh,
They're older than
nice,
me.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks for stopping.
No problem.
It's Here we go. Have a nice day.
And one last segment we have for today is Doc's Daily Dose. Enjoy.
Greetings, young Padawans. Doc here with your daily dose of encouragement and wisdom. You notice in my grubby little hands here, my thermal detonator from the planet of Batuu. You may recall the thermal detonator from the Star Wars series, but you know, there's an interesting principle to be acquired from this simple little thermal detonator. Yes, you can see, of course, that there is script on it. It's actually Arabic. It says Coca-Cola. My point here is that sometimes there are little things that look like one thing and they may be another. In fact, something simple and little, like a little bottle of Coke in the shape of a thermal detonator, could be emblematic of something simple going on in your apartment or in your class or something with some horrid person that isn't treating you right. Well, we need to be really careful with these little things in life, because if you don't take care of them when they're small, they get big. I used to work for the Walt Disney Company, some of you know that already, when I was in graduate school. And we had a principle that we had to employ from time to time when we were working with customers. When there was a small problem, we took care of it immediately. Small problems become big problems if we just ignore them. So, tuck that little word of wisdom away before that thermal detonator explodes. And I'll catch you next time for Doc's Daily Dose.
Well, that is all the time we have for today. I actually just have one more question, which is for Catherine. Catherine, why didn't you get the memo it was casual day?
Are you kidding me? No one sent me an email. I don't know anything about casual day. Like I said, King's College, biz cash, that's all we wear here.
Hey, you don't have to get all aggressive towards me. This was just a whole thing that
Listen,
I thought we all
I'm not
agreed on
being
about how to do
aggressive.
the show.
No, I just think that we always wear biz cash. That's what I was told. That's what I did.
Isn't this kind of a team thing though? Like, and maybe it was just a you listening problem, not a like us communicating problem. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Okay.
No, wrong.
Are you serious?
You're wrong.
Please turn in your 1 5-second video.
Okay, again, more energy.
Please turn in a 5-second video for the ending closing credits so that our editor, Chris Davis, doesn't put any more stock footage in there. That was horrifying. Did you see those people? That was...
I don't know, it's kind of funny.
Hey, you don't need to talk right now. I'm sorry, that was too far.